Well, now to MLGW's aging infrastructure problem. It's a fancy phrase for everything from utility poles to water mains and other equipment which is just too old and breaking down way too often. The Arctic blast last month only highlighted the challenges the utility faces, and tonight MLGW and Memphis City Council asked if there's money out there to help fix the problem that might not have to come from the pockets of customers. Stefan Reels is outside MLGW headquarters right now for us downtown. Stefan, what kind of solutions are MLGW and the Memphis City Council seeking for this?
Well, Richard, there's a little bit of good news right now. MLGW leader says the utility system is going to be receiving some upgrades since rate increase from 2020, which is good news on that end. But people are still on edge right now because of the Arctic blast, leaving a lot of us without energy, without drinkable water. So Memphis City Council members are asking for a more aggressive approach when it does come to finding those grants, both federally and statewide.
That infrastructure is ready to, essentially have a catastrophic failure.
That's the concern voiced this week by some Memphis City Council members following last month's electric and water crisis. MLGW says it's pursuing $197 million in grant funding to help improve the gas, water, and electric systems across Shelby County. New MLGW President Doug McGowan, who took over last month, said he's reviewing the previous administration's grant applications to find out if the utility missed out on applying for any other infrastructure improvement grants.
We had just issued bonds, we had just had a plan for our water system, and so the timing of that grant may or may not have been consistent with the work that we were doing. But we will continue to look for every opportunity to pursue grants for infrastructure.
Tuesday, some Memphis City Council members also want more details and communication on how other city departments, including Public Works, are applying for other grants.
In an ideal world, we would have somebody whose sole responsibility in every division in the city of Memphis is to find and look for federal grants. If they want to hire their own grant writer, they can. But our job is to make sure there are resources available for every division.
Now, remember that rate increase I talked about back in 2020. When it was approved, it was supposed to help MLGW improve things like gas and other utility parts of that service. Now, the pandemic accidentally put it back a little bit by a couple of years. So when I talked to Councilman Smiley today, he said that instead of it likely happening and having a lot of issues solved by 2025, that will instead now be pushed back a little bit to 2027. Reporting from outside MLGW, I'm Stefan Reels.